figured I'd explain my recipe box chores. This is based off of SHE. I can't remember what it stands for anymore. But I remember when I read the book originally, it made me cry because clearly, well, I thought that this is going to be something that was ADHD friendly, and then the way that the book was written made me feel very opposite. But then I put it into practice and really is. Because it gives you grace for the days that you don't get stuff done, but also encourages you to do better the next day. So what you do is when you're setting up your box, you have little tags that have each of the months on it, and then one for each day of the week. I went fancy this time because I'm not sharing this with my kids. This is just mine. And then you make all these cards with literally every chore that needs to be done throughout the entire year. Like, I'll show you a couple of these. So you, on this side of the card, why is that? No wonder I couldn't find those. I was looking for these earlier today. Anyway, you write how often you do it, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, every other day, every 4 months, every 6 months, whatever. And then you write what it is and how long you think it's going to take, and then a description of what needs to be done, which can be as extensive or as short as you want it. Dude, I'm so irritated about that. Anyway, but like literally everything. So the ones back here are the ones that I'm not doing for a few months. But anyway, so when you do it, so if it's a daily one like this one, so when I'm done straightening up the bookcase, straightening the books and wiping off the bookcase, then I'll move this to tomorrow, which is here. So these are the things I need to do tomorrow. And sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, you think, because like this is our Saturday chores. But I have 6 kids, we're splitting the chores up, and most of them, like this one takes 10 minutes, but really most of them are 5-minute chores. And when I have a 5, it usually means that it takes less than 5 minutes. And sometimes just knowing that it's not going to take you very long helps you do it. Like today, I was only planning on doing a couple, and I ended up doing several of today's. Now here's where I've added a few things. So for my ADHD, one thing that I struggle with is I don't think about, oh, that's another one, I'll show you that. I don't think about holidays in enough time. So I never decorate for Valentine's Day because I don't think about it until February 1st, and what's the point of having it for 2 weeks? I love, love, love the idea of event calendars, or advent calendars, I mean, but I never think about it until December 1st, and then it's always too late. So I have this card that I have made. So I put this on January 15th, and on January 15th, I need to start thinking about Valentine's Day, decide what I want to do, what supplies I need to do. Now, if I don't think about it on the 15th, well, I'll just move it to the 16th until I do take the time to think about it. And then I put on here the different days that it needs to go. So hopefully that will help. The other thing that I do that was not on the sheet is, where'd it go? I have a bills one. So I'm in charge of medical bills at my house. My husband pays the rest, but I'm notorious for losing them. So when I get them in the mail, I'll write who I owe, and I'll write my account number, and usually I actually take a second line and also write the phone number of how to get there, and how much is due. And then one of the cards one of these days says pay medical bills, and so I'll take whatever I have in my HSA and divide it between the stuff that I owe that time. And anyway, then I can usually, I go through these cards pretty fast because I usually write a lot of information. I usually write my confirmation codes on here and how much is still left and all that. So that kind of helps. Even some of the stuff like, okay, we are the worst at like reading minutes for the kids. Because I just don't think about doing it. My kids read a ton. They never turn in their reading minutes because I don't think to fill them out. It's this one right here. So I have a card. Well, of course it's not that one. That is checking on my kids' schoolwork for the day. So that's filling out, practicing spelling, filling out reading charts, all that jazz that I'm always forgetting.